Welcome back to another dinner with Megz in DC, but we're not having dinner tonight and we have a different background and we need to
Yes.
talk about it.
Yes.
So,
Switching shit up.
we still have a 70s couch here, and I have my 70s crocheted blanket, but we don't have the traditional green couch, and the reason for it is the lighting just absolutely sucks in that room.
Yeah.
As the first episode of the podcast will show how bad it was. The second episode, we brought in ring lights, closed curtains, turned other lights on. It was still awful. I'm not sure why, but in the last podcast, about halfway through, the lighting switched, and it like all of a sudden was good. And the only thing I can think of is because there's other windows in the room and mirrors that it's just a tough like seating arrangement to find good lighting. So unless we can magically fix it, I think this will be the best place for us.
Well, I think too. Also having the big bay window behind us, the light coming in.
Might be affecting it too.
Yeah.
Even though the curtains were shut.
Yeah, I do.
So there's no tables or chair, like there's no end tables down here for drinks and plates and stuff. So we don't have dinner with us. We just got done eating, and we wanted to quickly film because we have work tomorrow and it's been crazy hectic. I'm doing like a 14-hour shift.
Yeah, you got a long day tomorrow.
Yeah, and so I'm just kind of like, let's just get this shindig started. And then that way, some other day this week, I can edit this and get it uploaded.
Yeah, and ready to roll.
Yeah. So I think we should start off with what the people want to hear about, which is the most recent concert you went to.
Oh, yeah. The Long Live Evil tour, baby. The first stop of the tour, actually. And, I ended up going solo to that, which it really kind of stunk not having you there.
I guess we should backtrack then.
Probably.
Sorry about that. So this year, I am working the voter polls. So I did the primaries, and then right now is like the main presidential election. Unfortunately, I am one of the two people that have to be there when we open the building, which is an hour before any of the poll workers get there, which should be 2 hours before like actual people come vote. So it's super early, and I'm okay with that because I feel like this is an opportunity for me to possibly have like other jobs come into my life. So I'm like, I'm okay with it because it's like,
Yeah, I think
this could be a good opportunity.
Doors.
Yeah. But the Zool tour, what'd you call it?
The Long Live Evil tour.
Long Live Evil tour.
Yeah.
I was going to have to work the next day. So the options were drive home, which we could have done, but then wouldn't get any sleep, or get a hotel, but they wouldn't matter because by the time I had to get up and get ready and drive back to where I needed to go, it wouldn't matter. So basically the options were work 2 back-to-back long shifts with no sleep or don't go. And there's no way I could work 2 shifts back-to-back like that with no sleep. The best option would have been just drive back the same night.
Yeah.
And I might have been able to get like 1 or 2 hours of sleep, like maybe in the car when we first get home. But I would have had to shower and stuff, especially going to a concert. And I know the whole time we were there, I would be like checking the time, checking my watch. I wouldn't be able to fully enjoy myself. So I decided to stay home this time.
Which, kind of in retrospect, like the show was done by 10:30.
Yeah, so if we would have drove home the same night, I would have totally gotten a good couple hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So. But you just never know, and you don't want to
Right. Well, because the venue was at Pierre's, and we've been to Pierre's a couple times, and they've had a buttload of openers. Like the venue did one of those pay-to-play kind of things, and they booked their own openers on top of what the tour did. And that was for Axmas, so it was like a crap ton of openers. So I think that was on our mind. But going to the show this time, it was only what Zool had booked for their actual tour. I think there was only 4 people.
Which I feel like if I would have known that, I
Right.
might have went as long as like you could have drove back so that I could maybe like get some sleep.
Oh, for sure, I would have too. But yeah,
Yeah.
the one really good thing about this tour was everyone, like, the turnover between acts was quick.
Hmm.
Like at one point, I bought 5 CDs, went out to the car to like post a picture and let everyone know, hey, I got these, and leave them in the car. When I came back,
Oh,
SON.
there was no reentry. Like they let you go. There was reentry.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was
I
super
love when
nice.
venues do that.
Yeah. So, and when I came back in, SON was already on the stage. I was like, oh shit. And it was like, at that time, 9 o'clock.
Hmm.
So I was like, I was really surprised, especially leading into that, hearing that they were actually running a little bit late because the show started at 7.
Yeah.
So it was like super quick. And
But
then,
the fact that that was a Friday night and I had to work Saturday morning, like we've been working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which hasn't been too crazy. But the Saturdays that we work, the last 2 Saturdays have been nuts.
yeah,
Okay, and tomorrow's Tuesday, so it's going to be mayhem.
right. And that's the big day.
Yeah, but I am glad that I just stayed home and got sleep because I feel like that's I'm getting older, and so like going without sleep's getting harder. And two, with this job, you're not allowed to leave the building. Like you can't even go to your car
Right.
legally. You're not supposed to. So it's like trying to account for like when I used to work like in other jobs, you would just get up and get ready and go. But like now I'm like, I have to pack my lunch. I gotta pack extra water. I gotta remember to take the battery banks, make sure that they're charged because I'm not gonna have any way to charge my phone. Whereas like other jobs, you got to your car and charge it or whatever, or you'd have an outlet at your desk. There's not outlets at the workstation, like you know what I mean. So
Right.
yeah, it's just a lot of extra stuff to do in the morning, and obviously you have to take a shower every day. Can't really not with this kind of job.
Wow. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you could,
But it
but
has been really eye opening for me for sure. Like I'm just like I have voted ever since I turned 18. Like I was so excited to vote my first presidential election. And it's always been something that I've been passionate to make sure I do.
yeah.
But this has been like a total different like I'm learning so much.
Seeing the other side of it too, I think.
Yeah, I really am because like one of the things is when you go vote, before this experience, I used to hate when there would be like a worker behind you
Yeah.
because I kind of felt like to me they were pacing. And like that used to make me anxious, and I just didn't like that feeling of like somebody behind me
Right.
pacing.
Are they watching? Or what are they thinking?
No, not that.
No.
I just don't like people behind me pacing. It's like
Mm,
it's a distraction for me because now I'm focused on what are you doing? Are you a worker or are you just some random person?
right.
Anyways, now that I've done it, I realize like that's a post. And then the other thing too is like sometimes like if the machine wasn't working or something, like I would see like what felt like employees swarming somebody. I'm like, bro, how many poll workers do you need to fix this problem? But now I realize they have to have a person from each party come over and assist. They can't just have one poll worker. So then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that makes sense now. But when I like first voted, that was something that a lady next to me needed help, and I was like, I'm not allowed to help you. You're gonna have to raise your hand. And she raised her hand, and like two or three like poll workers came over to help her. I'm like, bro, it ain't that deep. Like her paper's jammed. You don't need three people to fix that. But now I get,
Right.
yeah, but no, but it's been like eye opening too, like regulations and the laws and like how much it goes behind it. Like where do your ballots go? How do they count them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really interesting.
I always like seeing like behind the scenes like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes with certain things, it like takes the magic out of it, but with other things, it makes it more like, oh, that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. So like if you didn't fully understand it and you disliked it, but then saw how it worked, you're like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, it kind of like gives you a different perspective. Like,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
But like the behind the scenes of, let's say, like making an album, some of the nitty gritty stuff is like it could reveal that, oh, nothing special was really done, it was just a happy accident. So sometimes getting behind the
That
scenes.
happened recently. Oh my god, because we went to Hollow Bleed.
Yeah.
I don't listen. I don't know what the f happened with that video footage. It all kind of got messed up. First, what happened was a Fraser Museum.
Yeah.
Half of it won't transfer onto the computer.
Oh.
So the Fraser vlog, half of the videos, it's like half the length it should have been. Like there's so much missing from it, and it broke my heart. I'm like, I tried everything I could think of. I couldn't get it to transfer over. They were just the files would transfer, but they would be like corrupt or whatever.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
So then I was like, I'm gonna just have to upload this half-ass video. Like I have no other option. I like upload what I have or nothing at all. So I went ahead and combined the like gift shop haul that we did so that it was a more lengthier video. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing, I didn't realize happened until after I uploaded it. Someone commented on the Halloween store we went to.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Call something?
Yeah. It's up now. It started with a C. And someone's like, oh, like, they put something along the lines of like, I like your new video effects, or like, those are some really cool new video effects you added. And I was like, I didn't add any. So I go to watch the video and I was like,
oh no.
yeah, the whole first half of the video files were like corrupt.
Yeah.
And so like the video is like, but it's moving, but it's in like still frames. It's like I got corrupt somehow too, and I was like, I didn't do it on purpose, but like it don't look bad.
Wow.
But in the second half, like the part with that dragon coming out of stairs is like perfectly normal.
That's hilarious.
Go back and go
I
watch
will.
it. I was just like, do I redo this? I mean, it's gonna probably do the same thing because the files are corrupt. So it's like basically a bunch of shit got corrupt. There was files from our vlog that didn't make it over, that didn't make it to the video, and it was just heartbreaking because I filmed so much, and then like some of it I couldn't even use. So I guess that was a happy accident because at least somebody appreciated it. When I previewed it, it didn't show.
Sometimes it's when you save it. I've noticed. Yeah.
So it got messed up when it was saving, and so it's like, oh.
Yeah.
You got your phone on you. You should go watch it real quick. But yeah.
That's too funny.
The last thing I will say about politics is I've never publicly said like my party that I affiliate with or anything like that. And I don't think I've ever posted anything on Facebook other than me with my little sticker that says I voted. And I like tell people, hey, this is a deadline, you know, go out and vote if you want to, like just a reminder. But I've never posted anything else. This election, I have been very tempted to. Are you watching it?
Yeah.
You gotta watch the beginning.
You said it was when we did the. I thought you said it was when we go to the Halloween store.
Yeah.
This is the Fraser Museum. Oh.
You're not in the right video, homie.
Sorry.
But I will say this, and I would never want to single anybody out, so I won't say what party I'm in or affiliate with. But I just highly.
That's funny. It's like. Sorry.
You want. It was like 10 seconds. There's no way you
well, yeah, I want
to that.
It's because I want to stay focused on this, but I see it. It's like.
Well, the only reason I suggested you to do that now was like so they could see your reaction.
Oh. Well, I kind of laughed. But you're on a serious topic, and I don't want to.
I just would encourage people to go do your own research. Don't believe everything you see off of Facebook. Is this mic still on? The light's still on.
It might have died. Mine's still on.
Let's see. There it goes. Go do your own research. Don't believe everything you see off Facebook. You know, I really encourage you, even if you're not interested in voting, this is what I encourage you to go get educated on some basic politics because you're being affected by it. And I think everybody should know some basics about politics, what's going on in the world. And something to consider is registering to vote is for free, and you don't ever have to vote. But at least you can if you want to.
Yeah, it's dead.
It's
But
dead.
maybe if I put mine over here.
Mine must be dead.
Yeah. But I feel like if we put this over here,
Okay.
then it should
Well,
pick up your
yeah.
voice still.
Sorry, this has been like so chopped up. Like one point I'm trying to get across, but yeah, I just encourage people to be educated on it.
Yeah.
Consider registering. You don't have to ever vote, but when you register, like you can't register and vote within like there's a deadline. So that's why I encourage people to go register now, and then in the future down the road, if you ever want to vote, you can.
Yeah.
Versus not meeting the deadline and then not being able to. We had so many people coming in who had registered but didn't meet the 30-day deadline, or they hadn't lived in the residence for 30 days or whatever, and they couldn't vote or whatever. And it was like heartbreaking because you could see on their face, they were like, but what I see on Facebook, they said to register. It's like, again, you cannot trust everything that you see on Facebook. You
Right.
have to do your own research, you have to look up your own stuff, and then make your own educated decision. You cannot trust everything you see online.
Yeah.
And that's what I encourage. It's just, to take some interest in what's actively going to affect you, really.
Well, no, it's also very, very important to have more than one source.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Mine
Multiple.
must be dead.
Yeah, yours is dead. Multiple sources is definitely essential.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you want to get a source and you want to cross reference it with this source, and then
Mm-hmm.
take those two and cross reference it with a third one.
And two, I think it's important too to be respectful of each other's opinions.
Yeah.
If you have someone in your life that you feel like you can have a good, healthy, respectful debate with, by all means, go for it. That's awesome because that's rare. But you know, even people I don't agree with, like
Yeah.
I still respect like their, choices or whatever.
I will say though that this year is really the first year that I even really fully paid any attention to politics.
Mm-hmm.
And what I have found the most interesting is just sitting back and observing.
Yeah.
Sitting back and watching what people are saying on both sides
Yeah.
about each other.
It's kind of
It's
sad, isn't
it's
it?
it's super eye opening, like just
Yeah.
how extreme the two sides can be, and they don't even realize it's almost like the same thing, just
Mm-hmm.
the opposite side. Like it's crazy. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
For
It's got
me,
me
and I
paranoid
think I
now.
can speak for you too, DC, we have never shied away from a friendship due to someone's like religious beliefs or political beliefs.
Right.
Yes, there are some lines. Like if someone's openly racist or openly sexist or they hurt children, or I mean, there's lines that I would
Right.
never cross. Would never even entertain to be friends with. But
Like
as
this.
far as religion and politics go, or like even some basic little different morals, like I would overlook those, to have
Yeah.
that friendship. But never in my life have I been like, oh, you don't believe the same thing as me, or you're not the same religion, or whatever, and like not want to be friends with someone over it.
Yeah.
This election, I have lost so many friends, and not even by, like, not by my initiation.
Right. Not by your reasoning.
I mean, I chose to,
Right.
but I didn't initiate it. I guess what I mean by that is I've literally had, I'd say five friends on Facebook who I have known for many, many years.
They just took it to the extreme. They're like, you unfriend me if you support blank.
Yeah, they like made some posts along the lines of, that's who they're supporting, that's their beliefs, and if you don't like it, unfriend them. Or like one of them was like, if you don't agree, then we can't be friends.
Right.
And I was like, girl, you don't gotta tell me twice. And I just unfriended them because I was
Yeah.
like, if you feel that much hatred towards me, someone who's been nothing but nice to you, like,
Yeah.
and no, it's sad, but it's also like, I guess I'm better off without him.
Right. It's kind of like the trash taking itself out. Like, thank you
Yeah.
for saving me a lot of time and effort.
But someone like the one that starts with an L, I think you know who she is.
Yeah.
Long family friend. Like, her mom and my grandmother grew up together. She grew up with my dad. I grew up with her kids. Known each other for my whole life. I've known her. She used to babysit me, like you name it.
Yeah.
And for her to say like what she said just because of this one little thing, it just was like you would really throw away, from my perspective, a lifetime of friendship because she was in our family before I was born.
I mean, 3 generations of friendships.
All because I don't agree with you on this one thing.
Right. It's so extreme, and
She's
it's
doing the I gotta go potty look.
and she's doing the whine, and she'll probably sit there and whine.
I'm gonna take her out real quick.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I could hit the pause button up there if you just want to hold it
Okay,
down.
yeah, you can hit. I'll hold it down. So yeah, I just would like, I guess everyone to take from, if I have one thing to say, is to treat each other with respect. And, if you feel like you need to step away from somebody because of their political beliefs, that's fine. To say, hey, I just like can't be around you right now, that's fine. But do it in a respectful and a loving way. There are, I think me and DC got into this the other day. I was like, there's nice ways to say fuck off. Like there's nice ways to tell somebody you don't like them or you don't want to be around them. So I encourage you to like try that because it's a challenge sometimes. Like, how can I say this nicely? But yeah. And yeah, get educated. Like DC was saying, this is the first year, my family, we vote. Like that's really important. He grew up differently than me. And our whole relationship, I've always told him, like, if you want to vote, I'm here for you if you want information or whatever. But I would never want to pressure him. I would never want him to feel like he has to, or if he doesn't, he's not in our club. Like, I would never want DC to feel that way. And I never have pushed him. But this year in particular, he's kind of showed a little bit more interest in it. I think maybe partly because I'm working the polls, like, he's asking me questions. We watched a few documentaries about different past elections and candidates and stuff. So it's been nice because now when something does go on in the world, I can like be like, "Hey, babe, did you see this or did you hear this?" And we can kind of conversate a little bit. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say. If anybody has questions or would like advice or anything on how to register or something like that, let me know. I could do a whole video just on that, honestly. But yeah,
What I miss?
I was just saying how like this is like really the first year that you like watch documentaries and
Mm.
like it's nice that we can kind of conversate now about what's going on in the world and yeah.
And the best part is like the Daily Show, being able to watch that and like be like know what's going on.
Yeah. So we watch TikToks at night together. It's
I
kind of
love the
like
Daily
our
Show.
bedtime story thing. And now that like DC is educated on both parties, all three parties right now, because there are three running right now,
Yeah.
you kind of get like some of the inside jokes and stuff. So that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, because growing up, like, well, I guess not growing up, but when I was a teenager, the Daily Show when it first like started airing, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
a show about politics. Eh. But now that I actually like am knowledgeable on politics, I see the
Mm-hmm.
humor in the Daily Show, and it's great. I love it.
I could talk for a whole another hour about politics, but I don't want to bore anybody else. Like, I guess what I was saying is like, if anyone's interested in that, let me know. I could do like its own
Right.
video or something like, behind the scenes or like what you can expect if you. This okay. This is one thing I will say that bothers me. If you look up like what to expect of the voter polls or how to vote, there is no videos, TikTok or YouTube, on what the polls look like.
Wow.
I haven't found any. And I'm like, okay, so if someone's like a little scared to go vote and they kind of want to know what to expect and they don't have anyone to go with,
I think because it's so different in different states.
that might be. That might be.
Yeah.
But I think that could be a really good marketing tool to get more younger people out voting is that they could kind of see like what to expect.
Yeah.
What am I walking into? What's the process like? What do I do when I get there? What do I need before I get there? So, what website do I go to? That kind of thing. So, you went to the show.
With this
I
show,
stayed home because I'm an adult and I'm boring.
yeah, it was great. Absolutely loved it. Everyone killed it per usual. It was a little weird seeing SON without his hype man, MJ Lovecraft.
Mm.
But I think I enjoyed not having his hype man. Nothing against his hype man. It was just I think it was nice to have just SON to kind of focus on stage. You know what I mean?
Well, you've seen him with his hype man many times, so
Yeah,
something different.
it was a different set for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Fun Time always kills it, and then Zool killed it. I will say the one thing that I was expecting with this show is for them to do more songs together. Like they didn't come out during each other's songs. They didn't do like a big Long Live Evil set. They didn't perform any of the Lost Lake Estates. They did a grand total of two Lost Lake Estates tracks, and they didn't even do them. They just did like they let the chorus play of two songs,
Such a tease.
Anthem, and then Rhyme Asylum. And
Boy,
it was hilarious when they did Rhyme Asylum, um, because when the chorus played, like the beginning of the song has the chorus and it was going to go into Billy Obey's verse. Everyone in the crowd sang along, I don't give a fuck if you suck my dick or buy a mask. And Lee was immediately like, oh my God, you guys get extra points for that. Because we like everyone sang it like we were ready to, get down to the song. And then Billy, he was joking. He's like, I'd like to prove that right up here. Joking about like everyone's sucking his dick. It was funny. But yeah, I guess I was expecting them to actually do more songs together.
and that's what happened at the gathering with Chris Calico. He'd start like Tech Nine songs, and he would
Yeah.
sing like his first verse, and then the song would just stop, and I'm like, but no,
Well, and,
keep
and in
going.
and in that particular case, I get why he did that.
like 10 seconds of each
Well, you
song.
got to think most of those songs are like popular.
Mm.
Like, and
He could he could have had Tech Nine on like a screen behind him singing.
I hate to say this, but most of those songs are more popular than Chris Calico's songs.
But what I am saying is, I understand that the song's gonna be shorter, but not 10 seconds. Like
Yeah,
I need a little more than that. Like I'm getting ready for the next verse, and like
it's like a
he could have had
medley.
Tech Nine just singing in the background, and Chris Calico could have just been dancing.
Yeah. But yeah, so my takeaway from the Long Live Evil tour is it felt kind of held back. And I'm not saying like
Like they're tired, or they're purposely like.
I'm trying to think of the best way to say it because like I don't want people to see this, and I think by the time this is out, the tour will be over, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to seem like the show wasn't good. Everyone did great on their sets, but like they did their own individual sets, and there was really no supporting each other like by coming on stage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I was expecting more of
But
that. So
the
when I
stage that they
say,
were on was awful. I don't know if you've seen the back of it.
yeah,
It's like a 6 foot drop,
but it
and
wasn't.
there's no railing there.
But that, from what I've seen, or I don't think they did it on any of the tour stops.
Oh, I'm just saying, one of the things that you had said to me privately, like before the stream, was that you felt like they were like weren't moving around a lot.
Oh no, no, they were getting around.
I thought you said they were like second guessing, kind of like.
No, no, no. To me it felt like they were holding back. And what I mean by that is like they did really good on their performances. Everyone did great. They were energetic. They engaged very well. But what I mean by that is it felt like for being the first tour that they're doing together as a label, I felt like there were elements they left out. There were elements that they held back, elements that they would have at Camp Zool, elements that they had at Axmas. They didn't have that on this tour, and I felt like for being their first tour as a label, they should have had those elements. So it felt like they held that back. So it's like they're gathering up energy and gearing up for a big 2025. That's kind of what my takeaway was from this. This was them as Goku gathering energy from this for the Spirit Bomb, and then next year is going to be like them launching it.
Yeah.
I had to get nerdy there for a second, but yeah, that's kind of how it felt. Like great, everyone did
And don't
absolutely
forget, Fun
great.
Time was just at Hollow Bleed,
Yeah,
and they're on their own tour, and they were at the gathering, and so was SON.
yeah,
So they're probably tired and got a lot going on. They're trying
right,
to get. From rumor I heard is Camp Sewell will be earlier this year,
yeah,
so that might be something that they're like trying to get that in the works. And
yeah. So that
Um,
so that was just the vibe that I picked up on. Is it just it like I was going into it expecting to see some of those things and I didn't, and I was a little surprised by that. So, and not only that, but this tour. I mean, this Saturday is the last day of the tour. Like it's already going to be done after just 2 weeks. So it's not a very long tour. Like that's another thing. What I'm saying, like it just feels kind of held back. Like this isn't them full forced as Long Live Evil. This is like a taste. This is them gearing up for what's coming, kind of thing. Because I mean, SON's new album is dropping in March. I'm assuming we're gonna get Gods of Evil Rise. I mean, I would, unless they're gonna drop it in December, I would assume pretty quickly in 2025, maybe January.
mhm.
Because what I keep hearing and seeing is that it's done. They're just got to get it out.
Yeah,
So
waiting on like the fine print,
yeah,
basically.
so yeah, I absolutely loved it, and some of the openers were actually enjoyable.
But
So
not a lot of openers. And you said that they were really good about next person, next person. You didn't have to wait like
there
15
was
minutes between.
there was probably barely even 5 minutes in between each set. Like I feel like
Honestly,
I would
no.
take my
Like
earplug out to like go talk to different people, and I had to like put it right back in because the next performer was going up.
5 minutes is perfect.
Yeah, it kept it going. It was like
It's
bam,
enough
bam.
time to go get a drink, go to the bathroom,
Yeah,
whatever. Take a phone call if you need to or something. But like when they do like 15 minutes and then they have another person come on stage to introduce them and that's another 5-10 minutes, it's like, let's go.
yeah.
I can't do this anymore.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a good show.
I don't know what our dog is doing over there.
I don't even think she knows what she's doing.
So yeah, life is going good. Busy. Our dog is doing better.
A lot better.
She had to get a second round of antibiotics, and I don't know. She still has a few days where I'm like, are we not over this yet? But then she bounces back. So she's eating now and she's drinking on her own and she's going to the bathroom pretty well, I would say, but she
Yeah.
still sometimes has some trouble. Like you can tell she doesn't want to go poop.
Some of the issues, some of the things I see her doing, I still see her drag her butt a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Licking
that
it,
to me
itching
tells me
it,
that it's still like
bothering her.
bothering her.
Yeah. But she's doing, at least now she's like eating and drinking.
Yeah.
And then we finished Sopranos.
Yeah. Yup.
And now we are in the rabbit hole of Sister Wives. I don't know why DC is so invested in this series.
I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
That or he's gonna be asking me for a sister wife here soon. I'm not sure which one's to be more worried about. I'd be okay. I'd be okay with a sister wife.
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't say that. I should say I'd be open to it.
Okay, if you're watching this, send
No,
your
no,
application
no,
in.
no, 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 no. No applications, please. It would need to be like something natural.
Kind of organic. Like, hey, I like you. Do you want to come live with us?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Do you want to share a bed with us?
Well, it would be nice for me to have a wife, you know?
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun. How many people get to say they have a wife and a husband? Like, as
Not
I was
many.
watching this show, I'm like, it is beneficial because, like, the one wife has, like, this really good career. She makes the big bucks. And then the other wife is, like, the handyman. She's, like, the go getter. And then the other wife's a stay at home mom.
Yeah.
And it was
The
like,
homemaker.
together, before they added Robin, together, those three make a really good team. And then
Yeah.
there's Cody.
Yeah, he's just there.
But yeah, together they make a good team.
I love a
That's
woman.
right. She's driving me crazy right now.
Who,
So whoever that is, I can't see. They're like down in the laundry room.
Are you sure it's not the washer you're hearing?
Yeah, no, because the washer like makes a noise, and then I hear,
It's probably Mingy then.
yeah, here,
Oh yeah, it's Mingy.
and then
That's where her charging pad is.
the washer like changes cycles, and then there's Mingy. I hear her like, it's not Mingy, it's Mia.
She's
Come here, baby.
trying to get her sister in
Yeah, come here.
trouble.
Yeah, because I can't stand you. Come here. walking around like that. Come on.
Can't stand the clickety clackety clack. Oh, careful, microphone. Ow.
You're good.
Ow.
Microphone's over here.
Okay. She's hurting me though.
Oh, look at me. You just missed your daddy. I'm gonna take this. She's licking it.
You can show everybody
Here.
your butthole. Say how better it's doing. Oh, that one's flashing red now too. At least it just did.
It is, yeah. Well, we should probably wrap things up here soon anyway. So, yeah, things are going good. We're just busy. We're working. I did switch my YouTube schedule to every other day now. And the weekends I'm not uploading. So, right now, my current upload schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Because just like with the polls, I am really not even home to edit.
Yeah.
And I can't even be on my phone. Quick.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
It's probably not that. It's probably doing that because it's trying to connect.
Oh, you might be right.
So.
Well, we should still charge them.
Yeah. Well, this is a good 30 minutes. I gotta get ready. I gotta get up. I'm trying to figure out this time zone thing. So I gotta get up at 3, right? We have to leave at 4:30.
Yeah.
And if I take a shower and get ready, I'm gonna need at least an hour to get ready. And then, 30 minutes for shoes and pack my lunch
And I always look at it like this. If I get at least 6 hours of sleep, that's good.
Yeah. Well.
So even because on my normal day-to-day schedule, I get up my alarm goes off at 6.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out how much I can push it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How late can I sleep in? So not be like, move, bitch, I gotta go.
Well, I mean, if you take a shower tonight or do your bath tonight,
it's too much work.
See, and that's my issue always is I have to shower the morning of because when my hair is wet and I go to bed, it's crazy in the morning.
So that's the other thing. I feel like if I shower in the morning, it'll help wake me up and I'll feel refreshed. But you're right, it will take more time. So we are actively saving up for either the gathering or Camp Zool. But here's my thing. We can't do Tom Wood's float and Unity Fest, Fright Fest, Hollow Wicked.
Right.
So
we really need to get Hollow Wicked and the Gathering on every other year. Or you know what I mean, like Camp Zool.
Yeah.
But I mean Camp Zool I think is early enough in the year we can recoup from that in time for Hollow Wicked. But the Gathering has lately been in July, August. That's 2 months to even.
Honestly, the Gathering is just so expensive that I feel like it would almost be cheaper to go to Unity Fest, Fright Fest, and Hollow Wicked.
For sure. I'm kind of
thinking. Because the hotel fare is going to be the same regardless.
Right. And that's kind of where
the big thing is tickets and gas.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm leaning now, is that's our big Juggalo event. Well, you know what I mean? That's our ICP event. Well, that's the event we're going to go see ICP at.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure if Timmy's watching this, he's so giddy right now.
He said something last time he was in person here with us.
Yeah.
He said something about the video I filmed for the Green Book, and I literally was like, I didn't know he knew I even did YouTube. I was like, wait, how do you know that? He was like, because you posted, and I was like, oh. I think because I'm so used to on our family on your side, they all know you do YouTube, but nobody knows that I do YouTube. But it's not like I'm necessarily keeping it a secret. Just no one's asked, I guess. Yeah. No one knows.
Which, before we close this off, we gotta talk about Fright Fest and Hollow Wicked.
Why?
Because that Hollow Wicked set was fucking awesome. The HOK set, I'm waiting for Dan Columbus Underground's videos to come out for it. Yeah, that looked awesome.
Does anybody know where we can buy some, where they're going to start auctioning off those set pieces for the stage?
The Gathering. That'd be my guess. Is the
They
gathering.
did last year?
Well, maybe they will next year. But yeah,
They
dude,
haven't for a couple years, I think.
That Hollow Wicked set, like, so the HOK performance, like, I immediately was like, I wish we would have went. Like, immediately I was like, I wish we would have went. Yeah. Fright Fest, I was like, you know, I've seen Twisted a few times, and that set didn't seem too stand out.
I had instant regret seeing the opening video of Hollow Wicked.
Yeah, and then as soon as I saw that, I immediately was like, we should have went this year. This was the year we should have went. That was so fucking awesome how they did that. Like blew me away because, and that was kind of one of the things for me, like going to Hollow Wicked. I was like, you know, we've been to a few Hollow Wickeds now. I'm okay with like going every other year. And I had it justified in my head of like, oh, they're just gonna do, you know, a Hollow Wicked set. And then I saw that, I was like, the chances of them doing another epic one like that next year, that's up in the air.
Yeah.
You know, it may be back to a traditional Hollow Wicked set next year. So
yeah, I'm sorry we missed it, but
I was just so blown away by that. That was so fucking cool.
I am very sad that we missed it, but I would prefer to have financial security with you.
Yeah.
Over going, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end it here because y'all, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
We gotta make the bed first. I washed the laundry today. I had the day off, so I did my laundry, I did the bed laundry, I did your laundry, I did dishes. I'm like trying to get caught up on everything because I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it in the door when I get home tomorrow.
Yeah, so you washed laundry and you washed the bedding today. So you did a lot of laundry today. And you did my laundry too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what I said.
Well, you said you washed the laundry today.
Yeah.
So you said that, and like you said, we gotta go make the bed because I washed the laundry today.
Yeah, it was in the laundry.
Yeah, but I mean like the bedding.
Yeah, the bedding went to the laundry.
It was just where you said it.
What do they call public places where you wash clothes, DC?
Laundromat.
Oh. Do you wash more than just clothes there? Yes. Do people wash towels and blankets and bedding?
Yes, you're doing your laundry. Okay, but...
Yeah, you answered the question.
But listen, you don't always have to make the bed when you do your laundry. Do you?
If you wash your bedding, you do?
Yeah. I'm just saying.
What's wrong with you?
It was just funny because instead of saying, I washed the bedding today, you said, I washed the laundry today.
I did. I washed the laundry. I washed your laundry, my laundry, and the bed laundry. It was a lot, okay?
I bet.
And I'm tired.
Tired, Grandpa.
You keep washing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I got another load in there now. Because, yeah. Say blankets and stuff.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.